TV service.
We all come from somewhere with the power to choose where we belong. My name is Alia. I grew up in a rural community lacking diversity, but found a home in chosen family. As queer people, we thrive within these intentional bonds. A chosen sister, a chosen brother, a chosen friend, a chosen other. Chosen family is what you make and share, just like dinner. Thanks for having me here, Ted. I'm very happy to be here. I haven't been here in a couple years, actually, and you've done so much around the house. It looks amazing.
Thank you. I'm really happy to have you here. Jess and I are really excited to sit down and chat. So great to re-welcome people after a couple years.
Beautiful. I had a lovely ride over in your boat. Thanks very much for the ride. I wonder if you could tell me a bit more about the island and where we are.
Yeah, absolutely. We are located right now on Wolf Island, which is one of the small islands located in the Lehave Islands community.
So today we're here to have dinner with your chosen family. Can you tell us who's coming for dinner?
My partner Justin will be here. He and I own this house together, so we will be hosting our neighbor Lydia, who lives just next door.
Lovely. Well, and I learned today that we went to school with Lydia's sister, which is also the nature of being from the South Shore, is there's lots of layers of connection with people.
As a person who grew up in rural Nova Scotia, you become really reliant on your neighbors out here. Living on an island also means that your life is dictated quite heavily by the weather, which you might not feel in a city. We want to make sure their houses are safe and functional because, as you can tell, we are very close to the edge of the water right now.
Very close.
Yes.
So what are we having for dinner?
We are having a stuffed shell pasta tonight. An immense amount of cheese will be put over the top just to make everybody warm and welcome.
Wow, this looks delicious. Thank you so much for preparing this meal for us. Is this like a meal you would have had growing up, or is this like a meal that you created for your own kind of tradition?
I think it came from my own kind of traditions, and I think pasta is a really big comfort food for people.
Tell me how you all became a chosen family. How did you meet each other?
Jess and I purchased this home in 2018, and Lydia and her husband Dan purchased the house next door in
2020.
2020.
Right? The pandemic year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So we were introduced initially because I found her grandparents checking out the property for her because her family was living in Ontario at the time. So we met shortly after when they came down for their initial visit.
Yeah. It was wonderful.
So you grew up in the area and were like, we need to get back there.
Oh, 100%. As Ted mentioned, we were in Ontario, and there's no ocean in Ontario, so we were very happy to have something here.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I don't even really remember what those first conversations were about. You do?
Yeah, I do, absolutely. Because I remember when you and your husband showed up there, and I brought over a bottle of wine.
Yes, yeah.
To greet you folks, to welcome you to the island.
Very classy.
It was very classy.
It was very
Yeah, it was very
classy.
classy.
Okay.
I think in your Crocs, though.
Absolutely, in Crocs, yes. And probably in my island outfit, which is Crocs, short shorts, and like a button-up plaid shirt.
I've seen that outfit before.
Yeah.
You greeted me on this island in that outfit.
You absolutely have, yes.
Okay. And so, like, from there, after the bottle of wine, like, was it like, oh, let's spend time together? Like, how did you come to be like, oh, we feel good together?
I think for me, naturally, it was a game of just like proximity and like the fact that we shared the same harbor, if you will, like was really beneficial in like developing a relationship that I think grew much quicker than it would say we lived in the suburbs.
In a small place in rural Nova Scotia, sometimes it's like, what's the vibe about being queer?
I think being queer and being out on the island, I think for Ted and I, it's been incredible. I mean, like, we are lucky to have like Lydia and Dan, our beautiful neighbors, but also everybody else on the island.
Very cool.
Yeah, it is.
As a young queer person, living rurally can be really, really isolating. And, you know, I think every queer person when they're young wants to leave They want to leave the small town and go to the big city.
Yeah.
And getting to come here and find a really diverse and accepting community in a really rural spot has been like spot on.
So finding brownies on your doorstep or like having that kind of offering, to me, like it's like it's friend, but also like it leans into family. So it makes me like wonder what you folks think about when you think about chosen family. Like, what does it mean to you? How does it feel?
I think for me, that notion of chosen family is directly in the title, chosen family. I mentioned that I was really lucky that I was raised in a family that perhaps didn't understand myself as a queer person, but they always supported whatever that was. But when you become an adult, you get to actively choose who participates in your life and at what capacity. I get to choose the people that I surround myself with and who I choose to give my care to, and who I then ask for care in return, is really at the end of the day what chosen family is to me here. And family is there to provide and care for you, not just based out of the necessities of the day-to-day, but then start to help you and look after you in ways that are more like nebulous. They're a little more emotional, they're spiritual, and which could be different than other relationships you define.
It's that sort of the warmth that people bring to spaces, but the fact that I've also got to build a bond with you, it's comforting to have out here. Because sometimes out here too, I think just by nature of being on the island, it can feel isolating at times. Like that water becomes this kind of psychological barrier. Sometimes, you know, I do need to socialize with people, so I'm so thankful that you're over there and that we can hang out and chat and do stuff.
It's wonderful to have them as friends and chosen family, for sure.
Lovely.
Sweet.
Ted and Justin, I'd love to know more about your family.
Yeah, we met when I was still in school, and we met because this sweet man sent me a message on Plenty of Fish.
The original online dating forum.
Yeah.
Like a couple weeks into us first getting to know one another, that like we were both ready to like throw in the towel on the new age online dating, and it was the last message I was sending. So it seemed really like fate, I guess, intervened, and yeah, we've been together almost 14 years now in the summer.
Yeah. I remember first seeing you across the street and just like, it was one of those like moments of like, oh, this is a beautiful man right here.
So sweet. I mean, relationship is an intentional choice.
I think I'm always going to love Justin, but there are days I have to actively choose to like him, and if I remind myself of that, then it's easy.
Yeah.
And then we get to keep doing this. I mean, your biological family is also something that you don't always get to choose. So our neighbors kind of became this community of like family biologically, but then when you got to know them and you got to start to choose and act how you wanted to with each and every one of them, and those relationship dynamics like unfurled, it started to settle in really nicely.
So these are the famous brownies that brought this chosen family together.
That is definitely true.
Yes, it is.
If you could share one message with the world about chosen family, what would it be?
I think it would be that chosen family takes just as much work as a biological family, but the freedom of getting to choose who is participating in that family is incredibly valuable.
And I think gravitate to people who make you laugh. And if you find yourself laughing with the folks, then I think you can become, I think, a real chosen family, because laughing is so important. It's healing. It's like, it comes from the heart. And I just think laughing. Yeah, find folks who can make you laugh.
Beautiful. It's like a great recipe.
Yeah.
Yeah, and positive. You guys are so positive, and it's great to be around. Choose to be around. We can choose to be around people that are positive and appreciative and have a lot in common with and the same values. So it's
Yeah.
yeah.
That also sounds like a good recipe.
Yeah.
For chosen
sure.
family. What would you want people to take away from your story, from hearing about your chosen family?
I think like this house right here, like we've put so much time and energy and effort into creating a space and building this beautiful home. I think that is what a chosen family is as well. It takes time, it takes patience, it takes being creative, and also letting the people around you be creative.
Thank you, Ted, for this wonderful meal and for both of you for sharing your beautiful home.
And here's to
Chosen family.
Yeah.
Me and my friends, dancing till we drop in like good times.